Exactly 12:43 a.m. In the distance, the sound of dogs howling. A man barefoot, a red cloth draped over his shoulder, holding a bottle of country liquor and a bundle of biddies, walking toward the cremation ground. One warning keeps echoing in his ears. If you turn back tonight, you won't survive till morning. The camera rises. Smoke drifts from a half-burned pyre, and behind the pile of ashes, someone is sitting. The man's name was Vikram. He had fallen madly in love with a girl from his neighborhood, Naina. But Naina had clearly refused him. Heartbroken and wandering aimlessly, Vikram one day met an old tantric sitting at a tea stall. In a low voice, the tantric said, "If the girl won't agree, the spirits of the cremation ground will make her." Midnight, fresh funeral ashes, 7 biddies, raw liquor, and her name chanted 21 times. But there was one final warning. Whatever they ask, you must give. At midnight, Vikram sat near the pyre. He smeared ash on his forehead and began chanting Naina's name. After the 10th time, the wind stopped. After the 12th, a coughing sound came from behind. After the 16th, footsteps were heard walking over the ashes. And the moment he completed her name for the 21st time, the ashes in front of him began to move. Burned fingers slowly emerged, for shadows stood in the darkness. Faces charred, eyes white, lips twisted. A heavy voice asked, "Did you bring the biddies?" With trembling hands, Vikram held them out. But the spirit said, "Put it in your mouth and light it yourself." Vikram placed the biddy between his lips and lit it. The burned woman standing before him pulled it from his mouth. Her touch was not icy cold. It burned like fire. Vikram's skin began to smolder. Then a spirit whispered near his ear, "You'll get the girl, but first we must taste her." Vikram didn't even understand what that meant. Suddenly, a half-burned child crawled out of the ground and said, "Give us liquor." As soon as Vikram opened the bottle and poured it onto the ground, the ashes turned into blood. All 4 spirits burst into loud laughter. A voice echoed, "You're not going back now." Morning. A crowd gathered outside the cremation ground. Near a half-burned pyre lay Vikram's body. His face half-charred, eyes open. A burned biddy stuck between his lips. People said, maybe he burned himself. But when the police turned the body over, written on his back in ash were the words, "The promise has been fulfilled." But the story doesn't end there. That same night, 12:43 a.m. again, Naina was sitting alone in her room. Suddenly, she felt suffocated. The smell of damp ashes filled the room. She leaned out to close the window, and in the alley below, through white smoke, she saw Vikram standing there. His body half-burned, but his face smiling. The light suddenly went out. From behind, burning hands rested on her shoulders. A voice whispered, "If you wouldn't come to me, I came to take you." The next morning, Naina was gone. On her bedroom wall, written with fingers, "Now we are together." The camera slowly moves back to the same cremation ground. A new pyre is burning. Inside the flames, 2 shadows sit together. A man, a woman, both with open eyes, both smiling. The fire dies down. From the ashes, a faint voice emerges. "Never make a bargain in love." And at exactly 12:43 a.m., a hand rises once again from the ashes. Cut.
12:43.